On the first pitch,
Leading off the
Bryce
ball game
Terrain
tonight,
up now for the
baseman,
Brewers.
Number 2, Bryce Terrain.
And there's a foul ball.
First pitch. Seven o'clock.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Good eye right there.
That's a ball.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Now that's smacked to right center. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Batting second, right fielder Jackson Chourio.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Here in Phoenix, and just getting settled into this one. On the ground to short. Tosses to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out. Top of the first.
Batting third, left
2 down.
fielder,
Base is
Christian
empty.
Yelich.
Now the left fielder, Christian Yelich. And first offering is fouled off.
Off the plate, ball 1. Ball
Good
2.
slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That one ripped right center field.
I'm
Pops
out.
over the
Ground
wall,
roll
and
double.
that's an automatic double. Foul ball there. In the dirt, blocked. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series.
Three.
Struck him out looking. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Ball in.
Late on that fastball.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Check swing called strike. Now 1-2. Just
Ball.
missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Frelick settles under this one, and there's 1 down. First
Ball,
pitch
that's up there.
misses.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Terang handles, throws to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. Next to hit for Arizona, James Wood. Ball 1 there.
Just
Ball
missed with
inside.
a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
2 down, nobody on. Out of the zone and a called strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Hacks and misses. On now to the
Leading
top
off
half
for
of inning
Milwaukee,
number 2.
first baseman,
Up now for
Rafael
Milwaukee,
Devers.
Rafael Devers. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. The 0-1.
That's outside.
Back knocked
That's
off
a
the
ball.
plate that time. That one fouled off. 2-2. This one smoked on its way out of here. So he blasts one out the other way. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. One on, nobody out, a run in here at the top of the second. Into center. Thomas sizing it up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Stepping in,
Batting
Carlos
third
Cortez.
baseman, Carlos Cortez.
That one ripped but foul. Man at first, one away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. 2 down. And that one ripped to left. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang getting ready to hit. Strike on the inside corner. Out towards right center field. Carroll in position. And that is that. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the second. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And a quick out, number 1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Ball.
And there's 2 away. So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Adrian Del Castillo. Swings and sends a rocket to right. That is the inning. Back here in the desert, up now for Milwaukee,
right fielder,
Jackson Chourio. He's 0 for 1. High fly ball, right field. Carroll on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for Milwaukee, left fielder Christian Yelich.
On the
That
ground
ball's
right
foul.
side, and that's just foul. The 0-1.
No. Inside.
Looks
Ball,
like
that's
he's being
out.
a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. One out. Runner at second. William Contreras now at the plate.
Aye!
One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Thomas running hard to get it. Brings it in for the third out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Ball, that's out. Yeah!
That one at triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Freeland takes it in for the out. One away. Swings through that one for strike one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Nope, that's inside.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Over to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Now up next for Arizona, Alek Thomas. And that is that. On to the fourth. Here's the Brewers DH, Andrew Vaughn. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Throws from his knees.
Out.
Got the out.
Up next for Milwaukee, center fielder Sal Freeland.
Fly ball down the line. Wood flying after this one. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul.
Ball
Way
inside.
Straighten
ball
him up
two.
a little bit. The 2-1. And there's a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Oh, and he's trying for second. The relay not going to get him. He's in there.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the
Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Coming around third is Frelick. Runner from second crosses the plate. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3. So digging in, David Hamilton. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Brings it in for the third out. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Yelich moving under this one. 1 up, 1 down. That's too
Ball
low.
1.
And that's ball 1. Cortez. Zips it to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. James Wood digs in now. Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. It gets down, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
That one pulled foul. The 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Inside, almost got him. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
They take the force out, and he has thrown 4. Back here at Chase Field, all set for the start of the inning. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
Up next for Milwaukee, right fielder Jackson Chourio.
To the right side, and that one handled. Throws to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Up next
2 outs,
for
base is
Milwaukee,
empty.
left fielder,
Next for
Christian
Milwaukee,
Yelich.
Christian Yelich.
Nope. Outside.
Gets to it with a slide to first, and that's a great play for the out. Back here in the desert, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one at triple digits. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Should he go?
Swing. Now an appeal to first. Nope, he held back. And that
Ball
one
2.
missing low. Fair ball. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Swing and a miss. That one at 101.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And there's one away. 1 out, man at first. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0.
Aye.
Two away now.
Ball, that's in.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. That is the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, William Contreras. And that one is lifted in the air. Thomas takes it in for the out. 1 down.
Up next.
Yeah, and
for
here's a fun
Milwaukee,
stat on
first
Devers.
baseman,
He's at his
Rafael
best when he's hitting
Devers.
homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
The 0-2. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Next for the Brewers, Sal Frelick, 1 for 2. Fouled off left side. And he hits a ground ball right side to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for Milwaukee, third baseman, Carlos Cortez.
Well, the good
Inside
thing
ball.
so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
The Brewers trying to break this one open, and we're the top half of the sixth.
Oh, that's off
Good
the plate.
spot for
Ball
the
2.
hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Here's a 2-2. And a good
Ball
eye
3.
there.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a pop-up. 2 down. Up now for Milwaukee, David Hamilton.
Shortstop, David Hamilton.
There's a swing and a miss.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Oh, right to the backstop. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Foul ball, still a 1 and 2 count.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Just
Inside,
missed.
ball 2.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Chase Field, well, we go bottom 6. Alek Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one at triple digits. Check swing called strike. That's strike 2. Cortez zips it across. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. He was late there, strike 1. Turang slinging it to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. Here's a big power threat. Ketel Marte. Check swing, went around. That's strike 1. And it's fouled away. That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. So
Now
impressive that he
pitching
didn't
for
get.
Milwaukee,
So the
number
Brewers bring out a
45,
new pitcher from the pen, Abner
Uribe.
Uribe.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him.
Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Back to the top of the
Leading
order
off
now.
for the Brewers,
This is Bryce
second baseman
Terang.
Bryce
0 for
Terang.
3 in this one.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back. We're in the
Diamondbacks,
7th. We have a new pitcher on the
number
mound.
81,
Ryan Thompson.
Pretty tight
Ryan
game, so they're looking for
Thompson.
quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. Well, these Brewers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking.
Ball,
and
that's
the 6
inside.
extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
In the air, right field. Carroll moving under it. And there's one down.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to
Up
think
next
we're going to
for
see that trend
Milwaukee,
continue
right
the rest of the
fielder,
game.
Jackson
They seem to be
Chourio.
really locked in at the plate.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Thompson, in his 4th year, he features a sinker, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. That one missed. That
Too high.
misses the zone,
Ball.
and the count is 2-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So, man aboard. Here comes Christian Yelich. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left.
Nope. That's inside. Ball.
Next
Outside,
is
that's a ball.
outside. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Chourio, the base runner at first with 1 out. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your base.
Up next for Milwaukee, catcher William Contreras. Now pitching for
Paul
the
Sewald
Diamondbacks,
gets the ball now.
number
Just trying to
38,
keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And a foul ball. 2 on, 1 out. Line to right, base hit. High leverage spot, and here comes the dangerous Rafael Devers.
Ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Sliced hard, but foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
All loaded up here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. On the ground to the left. Sends it across
He's
the
out.
first. Out to escape. Back here in the desert, here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game
Nope.
if you're not careful.
Ball 1.
Check swing, no appeal. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a foul straight back. Got him. Dave Lawrence
Up
rings
next
him
for
up.
the Diamondbacks, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Ball one.
He caught it behind his back. On the money, nice play. Now it's the
Up next
DH,
for the
Adrian Del
Diamondbacks,
Castillo.
designated hitter, Adrian Del Castillo.
That one ripped, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. He caught it behind his back. What a play, inning over. Back here at Chase
Leading
Field,
off
up now for
Brewers,
Milwaukee,
center fielder,
Sal Frelick.
Hey!
No count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Flares it into the outfield. And that gets down for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Handled that down and in breaking ball very well. I saw the break early coming from the other side and just let it get deep enough and drop the barrel on it at the very last moment. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
He's got it. And the batter will be the shortstop, David Hamilton. 1 for 3.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen for the
Diamondbacks,
Diamondbacks, Grant Garcia.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when a
Ball! That
did
pitch is
that to
out.
me.
Up the middle, Perdomo. The flip to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Hey!
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth,
Ball one.
that closer's coming in.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Ball.
Hit hard but foul off to the left.
Ball 2.
Base hit, and that's a 1-out single.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on
Nope.
and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
The 1-0. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and
He's
he
in
beats
there.
it. Everyone's safe. Now Corbin Carroll to the dish. Big
Now
at bat.
pitching for
Aaron
Milwaukee,
Ashby on
number
the pitch
26,
here.
Aaron Ashby.
Ball,
Just
that's
missed.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Check
Hey.
swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. That one is back. Adios, pelota. And we are starting over. Late swing fouled off. Here's the 0-1. And that one fouled off. Already 3 runs across in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they had the lead. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3. Next to hit. For Arizona, James Wood. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Now pitching for
Here comes the new arm for the Brewers, D.L. Hall. He's into the game with the bases empty. Line drive. He's got it. And that'll end the inning. Leading off, Bryce Turang.
Second baseman, Bryce Turang.
Bunting for a hit. And he barehands it. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield
Up
hit.
next for Milwaukee, right fielder Jackson Chourio.
Now a quick throw to first. And
He's
back
good.
in there. That's a strike. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
No,
For
he's
the
in there.
second,
Safe.
Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into
That's
some
a
hot
ball.
water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Next pitch, not close, up high. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there
Yep,
and
that
doing
ball went
damage
out.
with it.
Pickoff throw, Turang dives back in safely. So the tying run is second. On the ground.
No, that's a
and
foul
it
ball.
goes just foul. 3-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Carroll drifts towards it. And there's one down. Now it's Christian Yelich, known for his late inning heroics. Looks like they want to set up the double play. Intentional walk will make it first and second with one gone. Fastball for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
To third. Here's Marte for one. Out, a double play to end it with the tying run stranded at second.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.